Welcome to the Read a Difference session of the 2020 UVU Forum on Engaged Reading, Love of Reading Conference. Our goal in this session is to deliver something beneficial to your teaching right now, to continue developing your students' love for reading. We also believe this will be beneficial to parents who find themselves more involved in their children's education than ever before. Recently, we visited with teachers who were recipients of the Read a Difference grant and talked to them about their experience. They are going to share with you key aspects of how the Read a Difference grant influenced their teaching. We will also hear from some of their students and the students' parents. First, let's talk to Drs. Ann Sharp, Laurelyn Brandt, and Douglas Gardner, the principal directors of the Read a Difference grant. We would like to express our appreciation to the Coford Family Foundation and State Farm, who provided funding to the Read a Difference program and made this video possible.
Thank you, Kirsten. We're glad to be with you today. A very important part of the Read a Difference program are the principles of reading motivation. We'd like to take a minute and share with you a little bit of background and introduction information about each of the principles and choice.
Yeah, choice is the very first one. It kind of undergirds all the other choices, all the other principles and practices. We think of choice as being a chance for students to be able to decide for themselves what kind of books they want to have read to them, maybe what kinds of books they want to read themselves, and many other aspects that choice comes in. Lori, tell us about collaboration.
Next one's collaboration. Students enjoy working together, and to include that in the underpinnings of the activities that teachers do makes a big difference in how much they engage.
Right, and one of my favorite is control, because I think of control as being the chance to really teach children the skills required to learn how to read. All of those very important basic skills like phonemic awareness, phonics, fluency, vocabulary, comprehension. We can teach them the skills and we give them control over their reading. The more control they have over the reading, the more they're going to want to read. Those children who really have control over the reading are the ones who read the most. So we want to give them control.
Next is authenticity. Students have to see or feel an authentic reason for doing the task. If that's not already built in, the teacher has that job to help them see that, or that they get to, in the choice element, get to choose some of the elements that make it authentic for them.
Can I take proximate reward?
Yes, please.
So proximate reward is the reward that you give to the students. A lot of times in reading motivation programs, we give pizza certificates or gift card to do something. That's not very proximate to reading motivation. If we want kids to be motivated about reading, then, for example, we can give them books, something that's closer to what you want them to do. And believe it or not, when you give kids books for rewards, it increases their motivation for wanting to read books.
Okay.
Yes, and challenge is another one. Challenge is tricky because we want to give them appropriate challenge. It's kind of like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. If you give them too much, then it can be overdone. If you give them too little, then they get bored. But if we can give them appropriate challenge, the challenge itself is so motivating. Oh my gosh, I just finished doing something really hard, and I did it. And it's a really motivating principle. So challenge is a really great one.
Trying to think which one we...
Technology?
Technology. These students have grown up in a world of technology, and they interface well with it. Picking appropriate and ways to use technology helps them build a desire to read and engage in the reading process.
Thank you for that. Thank you for those descriptions. What we're going to do now is we're going to turn the time back to Kirsten. Kirsten is going to have a number of conversations with students who participated in the Reading Motivation Grant, their parents, and also the teachers who participated in the Read a Difference grant. Now, in their conversation, listen for the principles of reading motivation coming out as they give examples, particularly the teachers, of how these principles were implemented in the classrooms.